a Jewish bakery in North London. They didn't want us to name it, fearful of anti-Semitism. Some customers here too say they wouldn't travel into central London on the day of a pro-Palestinian protest.
I would not go to London or go in any area that there are pro-Palestinian protesters.
I would tell people to avoid central London if they looked or sounded Jewish. Yes, definitely.
On the high street in Golders Green, we came across Israel's national police spokesman, Mickey Rosenfeld, in the UK to talk to officials here about Jewish security in Europe.
The threats have increased, but not just here in England and in London. The threats have increased all across Paris, as well as in Germany and other areas such as Brussels, where there's an increase of pro-Palestinian protests which are taking place, and that is something which should be worrying both to the local governments and communities as well as security forces.
Another large pro-Palestinian protest will flow through London streets on Saturday. And the extremist czar, Robin Simcox, says this is turning central London into a no-go zone for Jewish people. But Hackney MP Diane Abbott posted on X, time to nail these lies about Jews being frightened to come into London on pro-Palestinian march days, adding pictures showing Jewish people on the marches. Ahead of the Saturday demonstration, feminist groups were raising their voices for the women of Gaza to mark International Women's Day.
The people on the street are there because human beings are being slaughtered and murdered, starved to death. No aid is allowed in, no agreement on a ceasefire. The UK government is giving Israel arms and weapons. So instead of they're trying to shift focus on what they're doing and what they failed to do, and then link it up to a specific religion.
A group called Palestine Action shared a video on social media of a demonstrator vandalising a painting of Lord Balfour at Cambridge's Trinity College. As Foreign Secretary, he'd signed the Balfour Declaration in 1917, favouring the establishment in Palestine of a national home for Jewish people. Some groups involved in all kinds of protests will be waiting in anticipation for a move by the government next week to change the definition of extremism, which could include anyone promoting an ideology that undermines British values.
It's absurd, the comments that are coming out of the Conservative Party, with Rishi Sunak standing there trying to undermine the democratic process, the democratic right of people to protest against a genocide.
It's not yet clear who the new definition will affect or the impact it will have, but it's likely to be another factor in this debate for weeks to come.